How's it going? I'm not sure what the hell's going on with my lighting right now. um, the sun is really bright right now coming through my window. Um, Trying to see if I just, well, whatever. We'll just go with it. It's still Mercury retrograde, right? Anyway, guys, I hope everyone is doing well day or night whenever you see this, um, and wherever you are in the world. So this is going to be a general reading for Capricorn for June 15th through June 30th. It is general, so you can cover anything from love, work, friends, family, health, etc. So always take it how it resonates for you. And even if it whether it does or doesn't resonate, I always encourage everybody to check out their birth chart if they haven't already. You can do that. Getting a pretty basic birth chart online, even if you don't know. Oh my God, this lighting, guys. Even if you don't know your birth time exactly, you can still get a pretty decent one. Maybe I'll just come closer. Hold on. So I always encourage everyone to do that, to get a full picture of your whole story, and also whatever, I give up on the lady. And to get a whole picture of your whole story, because as we all have all 12 zodiac signs throughout our birth chart in different placements. So for instance, if you're watching this video, it could still possibly resonate for you, even if you're not a sun, rising, moon, or Venus Capricorn. So with that being said too, whenever you see this video, it is meant for you, as time is fluid and relative. So just for a quick example, it could resonate 6 months in the past or 6 months in the future, 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 hours. Okay, so hopefully you get what I'm saying there. But we're going to get into your reading in just a moment here, Capricorn. I pulled all your tarot cards and a couple oracle cards already that we'll do towards the end. But I wanted to go over a couple quick astrology notes that I've been doing for all the signs for this set of readings. Okay, so this is general for everybody, but it might be some interesting information to note. I've also put it all in the description box below, and even a website link where you can get the astrology for the whole year, so from January going all the way to December coming up. Okay, so also really quickly, before I forget to, if you're not watching this live and you want to pull up the picture of all the cards while you listen, or just to see them at a later time, you can always do that by just clicking in the description box below and follow the instructions there. Okay, so yeah, let's go forward. Let's get into it, you guys. Okay, so on June 17th, there's a first quarter moon, okay, that's building towards the full moon, which happens on June 24th in Capricorn. All right, and then on June 20th, there's a couple things going on. First thing is it's the summer solstice. So some people celebrate it starting on the 18th, 19th, the 20th to the 23rd, even. It depends on where you are in the world and everything. So if that is a holiday for you, enjoy your summer solstice holiday. The other thing that is happening here in the States anyway, we celebrate is Father's Day. So if you celebrate, enjoy your holiday. If not, that's okay too. And then we also have the beginning of Cancer season, okay, starting on June 20th. So the sun enters Cancer. And then the last thing on June 20th we have is Jupiter goes into retrograde. Okay, so Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces. So it rules over themes like travel, education, religion, law, politics a little bit, and also big assets, like financial assets, and big money or wealth issues. So not like everyday money, but more bigger sums of money, and even if you have large stocks. Okay, but anyway, Jupiter really deals with the feeling of freedom, exploration, and expansion. Okay, so when Jupiter goes into retrograde, it's not all bad. Sometimes retrogrades get a bad rep. It could be, I would always encourage everyone, I can even look it up right now. What dates I'm sorry, Jupiter retrograde last year in Capricorn, because it could connect to something there, not for everybody, but possibly. Jupiter retrograde 2020, sorry, dates. Okay, so last year Jupiter was retrograde from May 14th through September 13th, okay, of 2020. So just an interesting note there. So there could be some things that happened back May through September of last year that are coming up again that need to be finalized, or given a second look, or they're all culminating, coming together, something that like that possibly. But like I said, retrogrades don't necessarily mean bad things, right? People dealing with those issues or representing those themes from the past could come back around for you. It could say that as far as travel, education, religion, law, even a little bit of politics, it could be you're going to be traveling with someone that you used to travel with, or you could be traveling somewhere that you've already been before, that kind of thing. Or it could just be the general meaning of that these themes may not run as smoothly as they normally do when Jupiter is in direct. Okay, so moving forward. On June 22nd, Mercury goes direct. Yay. Okay, so I know a lot of people are happy to hear that. Again, Mercury retrograde sometimes gets a bad rap. But with any Jupiter, or with any, whether it's Jupiter or Mercury, any planet, whether it's going direct or retrograde, right? Sometimes we feel it in the shadow, post-shadow, or pre-shadow, right? So some people may have already started to feel Mercury going direct slowly, right? Since I'm filming this on June 13th, okay? Or is it 14th? It's the 14th. Okay, some people might not feel Mercury go completely direct for themselves until, let's say, the middle of July, or even months later. Okay, it really depends on the person and how sensitive you are to these things. All right, going forward. Oh, last thing real quick. Mercury rules Gemini, and it rules communication, electronics, a little bit of education matters too, and what else? I think I looked it up earlier, and then I lost it again. That's okay. Anyway, that's the main stuff. So you can always look up Mercury too on your own if you are wanting to know what else it rules. Okay, moving forward, because my phone is acting weird right now anyway. On June 24th, Saturn is sextiling Chiron. Okay, so Chiron is the wounded healer and deals with themes of healing. Okay, as a side note, I do have a Chiron candle on my website. I have a lot of different Greek god and goddesses. If you want to check it out, all the info is down there in the description box. But basically, Saturn rules getting serious about things. It can be a little bit of like rigid energy, but also talks about responsibilities. So when Saturn sextiles Chiron, it could be saying for some people on June 24th that there's more healing, compassionate, nurturing energy around some type of responsibilities you had in the past, or some future responsibilities, or getting serious about something. So always take it how it resonates for you. And then on June 24th, I said earlier, we have the full moon in Capricorn. And then on June 25th, we have Neptune also goes into retrograde. Okay, so Neptune rules Pisces. And in the tarot, the Pisces card is the moon card, right? So that deals with illusion and confusion, but it's also creativity, magic, enchanting, dreams, right? Dreams can be, more intense, right? When Neptune is in direct, okay? just for an example. But then since we're talking about the Neptune in retrograde, right, this is also, since it deals with Pisces, and the moon card can talk about an illusion and confusion, the drugs and alcohol side, okay, for some people. So if you normally partake in drugs or alcohol, you know, if Neptune was going direct, you would normally feel those effects more strongly, but right in Neptune, it may be dulled down a little bit, or so it might affect your tolerance in some way. But as always, just use your intuition and be safe out there as far as that, okay? So hopefully it's not hard drugs and it's just like marijuana or something. But anyway, love and light to everybody, and let's get into your reading here, Capricorn, all right? So let me just put this over here. And we're going to do our little sound bell like I usually do, just for some grounding and healing for the reading. And so I apologize again about this lighting. It's really funny. The sun is just hitting right here, even though I have, yeah, 4 lights on. So maybe it has some kind of spiritual meaning. We'll have to figure it out here. But yeah, let's calm it down, and there you go. Okay, Capricorn. um, Also, if you're new, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back, of course. I'm going to just talk about really quickly the placement of the cards before we get into your reading. So we're going to go over the first main 6 here, and then get into confirmation cards and what's on the top and the bottom of each deck, okay? And so this first row here is energy starting around June 15th. It can be a little bit before, a little bit after, going through this rest of this week into this upcoming weekend. And then the last row here is the last week and weekend of June till about June 30th, okay? All right, let me just set my timer here. Okay. Have a little music so it's not completely silent. All right. So Capricorn, you have 6 of sacred circles or 6 of pentacles upright, 7 of staves upright or 7 of wands upright, the moon upright, the high priestess upright, 4 of cups upright, 8 of sacred circles or 8 of pentacles upright. Okay, so also real quick, if this isn't your energy when I start to get into the reading here, Capricorn, it could always be the energy of the person or people you're dealing with, an organization, or your general environment or surroundings, okay? I'm going to try to have my lighting, at least on my face, not be so damn bright, okay? But it's all good. So Capricorn, this is a nice card to have as your first card for your reading here. The 6 of sacred circles or 6 of pentacles is an energy of an equal give and take, okay? It also talks about charity, giving back to those that might be less fortunate than you. It doesn't have to be money either. It can be you giving back your time. You could be teaching someone a skill. You could help elderly lady across the street with their groceries, whatever, up the hill, right? All those things, okay? But it's a really nice energy of also being grateful for what you have, but it's an equal give and take, and it's a balance, all right? So in this deck here that I'm using for the main 6, this is the Ancestral Path Tarot. And so it has Native American, it has Egyptian, it has Japanese, Celtic, all kinds of different things, and even some African somewhere in there too. I mean, yeah, Egyptian is African, so there you go. Okay, but really nice energy to start your reading off with here, Capricorn. All right, and again, this could be energy from the recent past or that's still kind of lingering around, but good energy, right, to start your reading off with. Okay. And then your second card is the Seven of Staves or Seven of Wands upright. This is also really beautiful energy that talks about being open to receive something from the universe. It also talks about spiritual initiations, right? It can talk about mainly bringing lessons, spiritual lessons, or both spiritual lessons and everyday lessons from the past along with you into the present to help you with your decision making and to be learning and growing forward. Okay, so in this card, this way, we see this Egyptian temple, right? And there's this little small person all the way at the bottom with both of their hands up, ready to receive in prayer. Okay, and then you see some of the pharaohs there and some of the Egyptian gods, but really nice energy too. Okay, so it looks like you've been working on yourself here, Capricorn. That's always good. All right. And then your third card is one of another card, right? So you really only have out of your whole reading here two cards that I would say aren't negative, right? What is negative? Nothing is inherently negative or positive. Everything has both. Every card has both too, whether it's in reverse or right side up. But it's just a reminder to pay attention to certain things, right? That's how I like to look at it. Okay, but your card, your third card, is the Moon card. Okay, so this talks about a lot of creative energy, right? This is the Pisces card I was mentioning earlier when we were talking about Neptune in retrograde. Okay, but really small here. Once the camera focuses, there you go. There's this little woman there. Okay, so it's you seeking some type of wisdom, you wanting to control your emotions here with the water and the river. Okay, because the moon, right? At night, we don't have all the information. It's hard to see. It's dark out. So there could be something here, Capricorn, towards the end of this week or beginning of this weekend that has some illusion or confusion around it. You don't have all the information yet. And you're seeking some kind of wisdom about this, okay? But we'll get more into that in just a moment here. Well, actually, let's do it now because I forgot. This is where my spirit guides want me to talk about what was on the top and the bottom of your Llewellyn deck. This is the one with the yellow border that I use for the confirmation cards. And they wanted me to talk about it in relationship to the moon card that came out for you. So anytime we talk about what's on the top and the bottom, this is energy from the recent past, why certain cards have shown up, and energy still lingering around. Okay, so on the top, you have the Six of Wands here on the top of the deck, and what was on the bottom of the deck is the Emperor in the reverse. So this is saying, okay, in the recent past, Capricorn, there could have you could have been feeling a lot of support around you. There was a celebratory energy or celebrations coming up in the future. Okay, so despite that going on, right, despite you feeling a lot of support from your support system, whatever that may be, and reasons to celebrate something, there was something where you didn't feel all the way in your power. You were maybe possibly lacking a little bit of courage or passion in something here with the Emperor in the reverse. It could also be on the plus side of the Emperor being in the reverse, right? When he's right side up, he almost has this kind of lazy posture. Okay, once it focuses in a second here. And also, he can be kind of set in his ways. He's an older king, but he's not gray, right? But he can be a little stubborn, right, in that way. So with the Emperor in the reverse, it can also be for some of you, since it is a general reading, that with the Emperor in reverse, you are now, or you were in the recent past, getting into the energy of not being so set in your ways, not being so stern about something. Okay, but this is connected to the moon card that you have here in the present in this week coming up in this upcoming weekend. Okay, so this could be why the moon card is here, why you have a little mental confusion and don't have all the information about something, and you're trying to get your emotions together and you're trying to seek wisdom about the situation, but you just don't have all the information yet. And that could be something to do with, again, lacking courage or passion or not even accepting the support around you. Because also too, if you look at the Emperor upright energy from the recent past, right? The Six of Wands is all about support. You see the tail end of this other horse right here, okay? And you see the other wands in the background, other people are holding. But then you also see support here too with the Emperor leaning against his throne. But when it's in reverse for you, and that's how it came out, it's a feeling of lack of support, okay? So even though maybe you had some people supporting you in the recent past, Capricorn, from your support system, others weren't, okay? There could be that going on too as well. But all right, let's move forward because you still have some really good cards here, and I just wanted to briefly talk about that. Okay. So your fourth card here, Capricorn, is, and it's so beautiful because it comes right after the moon card, the High Priestess upright. Look at her. Okay, this is all about your intuition, your inner knowing. Again, a very creative card. She even has the moon, the crescent moon, and the full moon on her hat. Okay, so that's why I said it's a really nice energy of you. Let's say if you started to get more creative during this week in some way, or this weekend, and then you let go of kind of the illusions, confusion part, and you embrace the wisdom of that old lady right at the bottom of the moon, and then you come into finding your own wisdom, your own intuition. So that is really beautiful. And this is the start with the High Priestess here of that last week in June. Okay. Now, going forward, your fifth card here is the Four of Cups upright. This is the second card that I said isn't all the way positive, right? But it's not bad either. It could just be a little warning or something to focus on, okay? But anyway, it's the Four of Cups upright. All right, look at this guy's posture in his face, okay? So he's not looking super happy about these cups that are presented to him once it focuses. Hopefully it will in a second here. But there we go. So, what he doesn't realize is that if he slightly changes his perspective, there's another cup, okay, that the divine is going to bring in, your angels are going to bring in, the universe is going to bring in, whatever you call, right, your higher powers, okay? So maybe Capricorn, towards the middle of next week, you don't like certain people that are around you, certain circumstances, situations, but if you just hang on, if you're a little more patient, and if you slightly change your perspective, something better will come in for you from the divine, okay? Better people, better circumstances, better situation, okay? And then real briefly, before we move forward to your sixth card, this is where my guides wanted me to talk about what was on the top and the bottom of your ancestral path tarot, the main six here, okay? This is, again, energy from the recent past still kind of lingering around, and possibly why you have Hermes, sorry, why you have the Four of Cups here that we just talked about, all right? So what was on top was the Prince of Sacred Circles or Prince of Pentacles upright, and what was on the bottom of your deck was the Two of Staves or Two of Wands upright. So this is saying, Capricorn, in the recent past, you could have been learning a craft, okay? You were leveling up in some way, right? So he's not a page, but he's a prince or a knight, okay? So prince or knight are the same, but he's not a king yet, okay? So slowly moving up in some way. But this Prince of Pentacles, the way it's depicted in this deck, it talks about the communication, right? So this Native American man is holding the peace pipe, okay? Tobacco in Native American culture and Hoodoo culture is used as a communication herb, okay? Not necessarily smoking. I'm not advocating smoking for anybody, right? But you make your own choices, of course. But more, anyway, that's just a side note. But more in Hoodoo, they use it as not for smoking necessarily. But anyway, moving forward here. So Capricorn, right, this is energy from the past. So there could have been also some type of medium-sized communication, because also the sacred circles are the same as pentacles, right? So communication could have come through from someone to you or you to someone, or a medium-sized opportunity from the universe. But whatever this communication or offer that came through in the recent past, it really made you slow down here with this Two of Wands or Two of Staves, okay? And it's an observation card, not a go, go, go action card, okay? But it's not a bad card either. So you see this kind of Egyptian princess lounging on her chair, looking at the Nile River and the ships going, okay? And so it's a people watching energy or card too, watching other people, how they go about their life, maybe similar situations, but just very introspective too. And so this could be why when we put these together with the Four of Cups upright, there was you being like, I'm not happy with my current situation or current person or people or environment, whatever. Okay, and I'm very impatient and I don't want to change my perspective yet. Okay, but that could be because in the recent past you did try to change your perspective. You were being more understanding. And so maybe now it's just that impatient energy a little bit, okay? So, I would say because Capricorn, you are an earth sign, you probably are, and of course it depends on every person, right? These can just be generalizations as far as when we talk about the zodiac and stuff, but normally they say that earth signs are a little bit better with patience, okay? But again, it depends on who we're talking about, who you are too. You know yourself, hopefully. But I would say if it's not patience, just changing your perspective. Oh, so sorry about that. I thought my phone was, I don't know what that was for, but don't worry. Yeah, it maybe just be a matter of changing your perspective in some way, changing the angle, changing what you're focusing on, okay? All right. So going forward here, Capricorn, hold on one second. Oh yes, I've been doing some dog sitting and cat sitting in the last 2 weeks, and so that's my alarm to head over to take care of some furry babies. But I will do it after the reading, of course. So your last card in the main six here, Capricorn, is the Eight of Sacred Circles, okay, or known as the Eight of Pentacles. All right. So this is a really nice energy to come after the Four of Cups too, because it's more about moving forward, more positive energy, right? And you see this woman here, this Native American woman, and she's making and learning how to make drums, okay? So, excuse me, the Eight of Pentacles is an energy of like honing your craft, mastering your craft in some way, okay? And it can also be a little bit of, what's the other way I would say it? Like something to do with your work ethic too, okay? I mean, not the same as Seven of Pentacles because this is eight, but just for some of you, I would say that too, okay? Because she's learning, right? So if you are learning something new or honing whatever your craft is, Capricorn, I would say just don't compare yourself to others. Just focus on where you are in your life and trust in divine timing, okay? All right. So with that being said, let's get into your confirmation cards finally here, Capricorn. So your first one is the Lovers upright. Second is Page of Cups upright. And your last one is the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So with the Lovers upright, this is again energy from the recent past. Okay. So in the recent past, there could have been some type of union, right? It could be obviously romantic. It could be a work partnership. It could be with friends or family, or it could just be with yourself. But this union was divinely guided, okay, with the angel in the background. Hopefully it'll focus. There we go. And it was also an equal give and take. So when you see the Lovers card in different decks, you really see them both offering each other a full cup, and the cup is the same, right? And so this is this very nice, beautiful, positive energy, okay? And when this Lovers card is confirming the Six of Sacred Circles or Six of Pentacles, it's the same. It's an equal give and take in the Six of Pentacles or Six of Sacred Circles as well. So that's a double meaning there for you, Capricorn, okay? That you really, like justice, okay, could mean a lot to you. The other thing that you see in other decks with the Six of Sacred Circles or Six of Pentacles upright, right, is a woman holding the balance scales, okay? So you really try in all your relations to try to be as just as possible as you can, as fair as possible as you can, and you really are very giving and like to give back. So that's beautiful, and that always brings you more abundance, right? More pentacles, more sacred circles. Okay. And then with this Lover's card here, upright, confirming the High Priestess, yeah, the more that you realize whatever this union was for you in the recent past, that it was divinely guided, there was that equal give and take, the more that you can come into your intuition, because maybe from other people's perspectives, possibly they didn't think this union had an equal give and take to it, but you knew in your intuition, you knew better, you knew that it did, okay, whatever this union was. So always trust your intuition and always embrace that creative energy too, all right? Sorry, my nose keeps itching. Okay, moving forward here, Capricorn. Your second confirmation card is the Page of Cups upright. So this is a page, okay, right? So he's at the beginning. He's starting at the bottom, right? He's not a knight yet. He's not a king yet. So it's about learning something new. Again, energy from the recent past, maybe still lingering around. So yes, right on the bell. In the recent past, you could have been learning a new skill or something. Okay, starting at the bottom of some type of work position or relationship or whatever it is. All right, but you had your little abundance and you were moving forward and you were trying to slowly also control your emotions. For some of you with the Page of Cups, it could have been a small communication from someone to you, or from you to someone, or a small, very small opportunity from the universe, okay? And when this was happening from the recent past, right, it's confirming the Seven of Staves upright, or Seven of Wands upright, and the Four of Cups upright. So this could be saying, right, that in the recent past, whatever this communication was for you, or opportunity, small opportunity from the universe, it really made you bring in lessons from the past, right? Spiritual lessons from the past, spiritual initiations. It doesn't have to be spiritual, it could just be lessons from the past in general to move you forward through the future and to be more open and thankful for what you have from the universe. Okay, so it's beautiful. And then with this Page of Cups upright, confirming the Four of Cups upright, this really, I feel like, Capricorn, there's a theme to your reading here a little bit, as far as learning something new and changing your perspective, okay? Because he's the page, he's starting at the bottom, he's the student, right? And then here, he needs a new perspective, okay? So this could say for you, just be open to learning or seeing something from a different viewpoint, a different angle, all right? Now, moving forward, your last confirmation card is the Knight of Swords in reverse, and it's confirming. It's confirming. Oh man, I need more coffee. It is confirming the Moon card upright and the Eight of Sacred Circles. That's funny. Good times. So anyway, with this Knight of Swords in reverse, this is a little bit of stagnant energy from the recent past that could be still lingering around, or just a little bit of mental confusion. Well, not actually mental confusion. Well, yes, a little bit since it's reversed. But I feel like it's more, there could have been a medium-sized communication from someone to you, or you to them, or a medium-sized opportunity from the universe that either wasn't well received or was put on hold and never happened, right? Since it's in the reverse for you. And this could be why we have the Moon card, right? So if the communication didn't come through or wasn't well received, or medium-sized opportunity didn't come through or was put on hold or wasn't well received, this would definitely make somebody confused, right? If it wasn't their desired outcome. Like, why did this happen this way? That kind of thing, okay? Or why am I letting this confusion get to me? How can I move forward again and reverse the horse, okay? but we know that you do, right? We're just going over the cards that we've already talked about. So then with this Knight of Swords in reverse, confirming the 8 of Sacred Circles, or the 8 of Pentacles upright, it's just basically saying, yeah, the more that you let go, Capricorn, of any stagnant energy, any mental confusion, any judgment of communication that didn't come through, a medium-sized communication that didn't come through or wasn't well received, the more that you let that go, and whatever your expectations were for it, or theirs, or both, the more that you focus on where you currently are and honing and mastering your craft, okay, and not caring about other people's progress versus yours, the more that you can be abundant and get into the 8 of Sacred Circles, or 8 of Pentacles energy. All right, Capricorn. Since I'm starting to stutter, let's go over your, I do that sometimes. Let's go over your oracle cards real quickly. At least the lighting's better. I think the sun left. Guys, my hair is all over the place. Okay. Anyway, your first oracle card here, Capricorn, is a new earth. And it says, it's happening, keep holding the vision. And there's a woman here standing before some water, or she's actually standing in the water, and there's the earth in the background in space. Okay, so I would put this card definitely with the Four of Cups energy, right? So if you can, I know it's hard to be patient, and you did it in the past, Capricorn, but you might have to do it again for a little while longer. So keep holding the vision, right? It's happening. Trust in the divine timing, okay? So maybe a message. And then for you, Capricorn, this time you got 2 love messages, all right? So whether, again, you're watching for romantic reasons, or platonic love with friends or family, or even self-love, your first message is engagement, and it says, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. All right, very nice. Okay, so that may be a message for some of you guys during this time. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get married. Okay, maybe you will get a proposal. Okay, it could be that if you never lived with someone, now you're going to move in together, or you're going to meet their parents, or whatever the next leveling up would be for you in a romantic situation, right? And if it's not romantic, it could be you're getting to a deeper level of commitment, or not commitment, a deeper level of intimacy, right, with friends or family, or it could be a deeper level of commitment and intimacy to yourself if it's self-love too, all right? And then your second love message is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life, all right? So yeah, maybe, sometimes Sagittarius didn't have the best love message either, but sometimes it comes out the way it comes out, okay? But again, you just take it as a warning. It's not the end of the world, all right? So if it is romantic, right, it could be affecting your romantic life. Addictions, all right? But addictions can be a lot of different things. You could be addicted to substances, a way of life, a philosophy. You could be addicted to other people, right? Codependency, on always having to be around somebody, okay? There's so many different forms of it. But whatever it is, it could just be, again, a warning, whether, again, it's romantic or with friends or family. Maybe you're depending too much on others in some way, or they're depending, your friends or family are depending too much on you, and it could be affecting other areas of your life, okay? Or I don't know how this would, I'm trying to think how this would relate if it's self-love. Well, it could be saying something about maybe not integrating different parts of yourself, because you could say that some parts of yourself aren't lovable or aren't worthy to integrate it together, right? So if you, what's the way of saying it? If you make peace with different parts of yourself and try to bring them together and accept them, maybe that could be a way to bring or let go of the codependency with self-love. All right, just an example. Again, it's going to resonate for different people different ways. So I'll have to think more about that, because that's a challenging one as far as self-love. All right. But anyway, your very last oracle card here, Capricorn, is the honeybee, and it says, let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. All right, so that could be a message for some of you guys as well. And you could always look up the power animal honeybee messages, or shamanic power animal honeybee spirit messages, or honeybee magic, or you don't have to, but if you want to Google it, you can always find out more info about how to bring that animal into your life to help you. All right. So this is your full final message here. Not final, but both your tarot and your oracle messages, Capricorn, for this time period. So thank you so much. And yeah, I'm going to take a picture like I always do at the end of all the cards here. If you want to check it out, you don't have to, of course, but it'll be there. So if you want to do that, you can just click in the description box below and follow the instructions. Also, if you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It does help my channel. If you want to share with anyone, that's awesome. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you want to, it is free. It just lets you know. It lets you know when I put out new videos. It gives you notifications, so you can just click on the bottom right bell icon and make sure that it's blue. But yeah, I think that's it. So I do have to go check on all the animals now, but hopefully when I come back, we will be going to Aquarius. All right, so if you want to join me there, that's awesome. But if not too, that's okay. But just take care, and I'll see you guys later. All right. Okay, bye.